From one injured quarterback to another one who is going to come back, we think this week. Kind of surprising. The Cardinals are 1-7, BMAC, and they're bringing Kyler Murray back despite that record, despite a laser lock track on the number 1 overall pick to try to go get Caleb Williams or Drake May, depending on who you like. They are going to bring back Kyler Murray and start him over Clayton Tune. I think surprising to some people.
It is surprising, but it makes sense. You know why it makes sense, guys? Because they're interviewing Kyler Murray for this job moving forward. That's all they're doing. They're interviewing. Remember, this is a new coaching staff. The staff that drafted Kyler Murray is no longer there. So they got to understand and see exactly how Kyler looks in this new offense, how he fits what they want to do currently, and also, too, how he fits in the future plans. So what they're doing is, Kyler, you're up. You're up. Let's rock and roll. The show is yours the rest of the way. So 2 things will either happen. Either Kyler flourishes in this offense or shows some bright spots for the organization to feel excited about what he could do with this offense moving forward, or Kyler doesn't perform well, and now they can start setting their eyes on the draft to go get one of these young quarterbacks. Because with or without Kyler Murray, it's safe to say the Arizona Cardinals will have a top 5 selection, in my opinion. With or without him playing this season, they will be drafting. Yeah, they will be drafting somewhere in the top 5, top 6 if he plays or if he don't play. But what they're going to see is, you know what? Kyler looks good. This is a guy we're going to rock with. Or I don't really know if it meshed well with us. Let's start focusing on this draft. And then, of course, someone's going to need a quarterback. That's one thing about the National Football League. There's always a need for quarterbacks. So the Arizona Cardinals is the ultimate job interview. This is the job interview for Kyler Murray to see if he's going to fit what they want to do, keep him, retain him, or not. Because they have options. That's the unique thing about the Arizona Cardinals. They got money to play with, and they will have draft capital to play with as well.
Yeah, Will and be like, this is an interesting scenario because in the beginning of the year, I got asked this question, and I honestly thought we wouldn't see Kyler Murray, right? Because remember, he got hurt late in the season, and I'm like, why would they trot him out there? But now, B-Mac, with a team that is 1-8, like you said, and a quarterback class, and we hear this every few years, but this really could be a change of the guard type quarterback draft class coming out this year, depending on which quarterbacks decide to leave, whether it's Drake May, Caleb Williams, Shedeur Sanders, J.J. McCarthy, right? And so on and so on. This is a really deep quarterback draft class. You're in an interesting predicament, right? Because let's not forget when they drafted Kyler Murray, they drafted the guy a year before in the first round. Matter of fact, they traded up to get the guy the year before. So now you talked about a new coaching staff, B-Mac. It's not just a new coaching staff. Monty Ossenfort, he didn't pick Kyler Murray. It's a new GM in town too. Yeah. So you got to think about the Cardinals and where they feel like they need to go in the future. I like what you said. This is an interview for Kyler Murray, right? So when I originally said that I didn't think Kyler Murray would play, I thought about it after I said it, and I was like, well, if you're Kyler Murray, you actually want to get out there and prove that you could be the guy for the Cardinals, because even if they decide to move off of you, you want to be able to go to a team and show that you can still be that electric guy as a quarterback, right? You want a team to want you. You don't want to just be part of a package that gets traded away and then you end up not being there after a year, right? You want to be somebody's franchise quarterback. So it's imperative for Kyler Murray to go out there, one, to be 100% healthy before he goes out there, right, B-Mac? Because we know this. As players, when you're on the field, no matter if you are hurt or not, they're going to grade that tape as if you're 100% healthy, right?
Yep.
I thought Josh Dobbs said something amazing, and it was a Mike Tomlin-ism, right? No matter what situation you're in, right, you're expected to go out there and perform at a high level. Josh Dobbs got there 3 days ago, ends up coming in and starting halfway through the game, and leads the Vikings to a win. Like, that's a scenario that most quarterbacks would not be put in, but he was put in that scenario because they traded for him. Jaren Hall goes down. He didn't even know most of his teammates, right? He didn't even know the snap count, B-Mac. They worked on the snap count on the sideline for the first time.
Hey, Leger, speaking of what Josh Dobbs said with Mike Tomlin, the way he said it to us one time is that no one cares about the labor pains. It's your job to deliver the baby.
Facts.
That's exactly how he's
care nothing about that.
Nobody don't care nothing about no labor pains that you got going on. It's your job to deliver the baby by any means necessary. That's how the NFL works. And to your point in regards to what Josh Dobbs said, that's the legit Mike Tomlinism right there. He said,
if you're Kyler Murray, that's what you got to think about, right?
Got to deliver.
One, I need to be out there healthy, because if I'm not healthy, they don't care what happens because I'm out there, even if it looks bad. Two, you need to go out there and put your best foot forward, because again, even if you're not part of the Cardinals future, right? You want another team to be willing to risk some draft capital to come and get you. So it's a unique scenario that the Cardinals have found themselves in again, right? Because they did it when they decided to take Kyler Murray 1 overall after drafting the quarterback the year before. They could be in that scenario again.
And also, just for a fun little sidebar and side plot here, in July, I did a quarterback tiers list and included Kyler Murray in the 6th tier.
I remember we had this discussion, Will.
Not because Kyler stinks or Kyler can't be good, but because I didn't know what if Kyler was going to play or not. And somebody tweeted it out, just the graphic, and Kyler replied and said, "I love it." So I'm fully expecting to get absolutely blistered by Old Takes Exposed if and when Kyler comes back and plays well, which is why I've grabbed him on all my fantasy teams just to make sure I can hedge my bets a little bit there.
Hedge those bets, baby.